Alright, I'm back. I think I want to lower the difficulty permanently. The game does have New Game Plus. Maybe I'll play there. At the very least, I really just want to kill that Ant Queen bitch. I was thinking expert, but even that's already pretty hard. If my experience playing in the Switch is any indication. The game's turning into a grindy mess. And the mods themselves stated you need experience to be able to play in that difficulty. It started out looking very possible for me. I was very hopeful, but as the game went on, it was becoming clearer and clearer that this was just not something I would have fun doing. At least right now. The only reason Dark Army Resurrection was as fun as it was for me was because, well, for one, it was very customizable, and two, it was because Breath of the Wild was a game I had a lot of experience with already. It was kinda like school. Very hard, started out having a lot of fun. But as college went on, I just got a whole lot less fun for me. And I'm only just beginning my second year. Oops, wrong thing.
And the game also rewards you for being aggressive as the series tends to. So really, it's one of the best ways to turn into a 99 game. I've been playing it as much as I can between doing everything else this weekend, and it's just great to see people talking about F-Zero again.
I can't stop thinking about it. I'm thinking about it all the time. So I was on the side sitting on the other side.
Let's see how easy this is.
This is good music to play to. It's just so addictive. I've always been an F-Zero fan that played all the games apart from the finals. And I have my favorites, but I don't think I've loved one this much. And people, they think you're crazy to say it, but I think it's my favorite F-Zero. It's so addictive. And maybe it's because it's the one on my phone. I think all the supplements with online regions just they feed into this constantly.
That's still so damn tanky.
You're trying to get first, it doesn't even matter if you don't. You become like top 20, you're good, you beat some easier than me. And as you were saying, there are all these layers, you can destroy other people's units, which gives you back your boost power. You can try and save up those orbs, which lets you on the slam run. There's all these different avenues of death. But really, if you're a school racer, you don't necessarily need that stuff. You can stay in first place the entire time.
Hey, I think the important thing that changes in the difficulty though is the damage.
That really just
Yeah.
lets anybody have a chance at winning.
Which should make things a whole lot more
that factor of
tolerable.
luck is just what adds to the addiction.
Healers will still be
Sometimes
necessary,
you
obviously,
barely
but
make second place and you could just about make first. You're like, oh, I gotta do that again. And that's just how I always feel playing this game. No matter how well I do, I just want another round, just one more round, just one more round.
Yeah, it's so easy to just go back into another one, especially when I think this one respects your time a lot more. Like, I mean, you mentioned this in your video, but Pac-Man 99 is kind of formulaic. Like, you kind of know what to do every time you start the game, and it kind of becomes predictable that way. And Mario 35, like, you could last for a long time with your final players if you know what you're doing. But with F-Zero, like, you know how long your races are going to be. They're kind of a set time for these races, and they could be even shorter depending if you actually crash out or not. And I also appreciate, by the way, that you're racing for 4 laps and not 5 like in the original. I think it's a nice, perfect number for this formula they have going on here.
There's quite a lot of changes between this and the original. I went back to play it just for a form of reference. And like, if you were under the impression that this is just a Super Nintendo game, it's not. Like, it looks like it. It might actually look how your memories remember it, but it doesn't even look like it, to be honest. The original kind of, it looked like it was sort of rendering the track as it came, where you could really see into the distance. But because 99 is actually in full 3D, which sort of mirroring the sprites, you can see way off. But even the general feel, turns feel different. you've got the spin from F-Zero X in there, so it's taken from later in the series. And even the boost is from X. Because like the way you boosted in the Super Nintendo games, you had no boost on the first lap, and then every time you go over the finish line, you get one boost. That's all you get. It doesn't deplete from your meter. It's just an independent thing. Your meter's just your health.
Okay, why the heck am I dealing so much more damage
Back
now?
to what X did, where you basically you have your boost, and that will take away from your meter. So you've got to have a risk reward of like, is my health worth the sacrifice?
Like
to
the
get
game only
health
just realized I switched
So,
difficulties.
I kind of view this as a completely original F-Zero, just wearing the skin of the first one.
There's a lot of factors that this game had borrows from those games. Yeah, it was back then. Boost was called the Super Jet. You could stack up to 3 of them. If you wanted to stack 3 for some reason, you would just use them in the same places, honestly. And it felt weird because there was no like risk reward that feedback back then in the original. Like the foundation was really solid, and if you go back to the original, like there's barely any differences in the way you control. It's a bit tighter now. I appreciate that you go into the energy recovery zone. That little machine that hovers over you, it takes a moment to actually start healing you. It's a little bit faster in the 99 formula, and I wish it was instant.
I hate that I have to level up Dark Ether.
But it really does borrow a lot of that DNA and does combine with other games as well, like you mentioned. The spin attack, like they turn that into an attack and defense. So you're using that along with balancing whether you want to spend your energy, risk or reward, and especially with your other cars that have other attributes that will contribute to your race as well.
Yeah,
like there's some that will recover faster, there's some that are a bit more tanky and durable, and they're pretty much the same exact attributes they had from the Super Nintendo, and that actually lends itself really well to this formula where, like, even if you choose any one of these 4 that you choose, you have a chance of winning. There's nothing that's like, oh, this is too slow.
I just realized I have like 3 hop lights.
Yeah, I found when I first started, I was definitely crashing a lot.
V3's a hop light.
And then I tried using a vehicle which charges faster, because I was using the Blue Falcon, which
Also,
is
gosh
sort of
darn it,
all
I have
grounded.
to call
There's
now.
another vehicle which they basically
I waited, but then I gave up, and now you're finally here.
I was getting better luck with that, and I
As
sort of
usual,
learned how the
Mummy and
mechanics
stuff
felt,
like
so just getting a feel for dispersions, controls,